Hello friends, today I will test another CarPlay device from my favorite brand Ottocast. I have tested so many of their devices in the past and they all worked amazingly well. I am a big fan of this brand.
Hey friends, I'm Shaz and welcome back to the Ministry of Reviews.
This new model is called Picasou 2 Pro. This is an upgraded model to the Picasou 2 version that I tested a few months back. This runs on Android 10 operating system with 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB of internal storage. It's got the fast QCM6125 chipset with octa-core processor. It's got a SIM card slot that can support 4G network, and most importantly, it's got HDMI In as well as HDMI out ports, which I have never seen in any other brand. Now let's first do the unboxing and then I will take this out to my car to test it. Keep watching, guys.
Alright, so this is all we get inside the box. We've got the adapter and we'll come back to this in a while. We get two cables. One is a type C to type A, and then we get a type C to type C. Then you also get a power extender. So in some cases you might not be able to give enough power to this box with just this cable. So what you would need to do is actually connect this end to this cable and the other end goes to the cigarette lighter in your car. And that gives a bit extra power to the device, but in most of the cases this cable should be enough to run this device. Then we get instructions, user manual, straightforward. These are very important for you to connect the device with your car and use the different functions like the CarPlay or the Android Auto and so on. So very handy documents here. And then finally, this is the new Picasou 2 Pro CarPlay AI Box. I call them Car Media Adapter. This is all black, all plastic body, not very heavy, and kind of a standard rectangular design. You've got the name of the brand on top, Ottocast. You've got enough spacing on the sides for ventilation so the device doesn't heat up. And then in terms of the connections, on this side you have USB-A. This is to attach a USB flash drive for additional memory. And then you also get a slot for the SIM card. And on the other end, you get the Type C for power. This is where you connect the cable. Then you have HDMI in and HDMI out. Now the HDMI out is where you connect the device with your TV and use this device as actually a Android TV box. So you can use different apps on this device like YouTube, Netflix, and watch it on the TV. Now HDMI in is basically to connect things like a gaming console, the camera system in your car, and so on. All right. So standard design, I must say. Again, it's a compact, lightweight device. Now let me take this out to my car, connect it, and then we start testing all the different functions and features of this new Picasou 2 Pro CarPlay Media Adapter. Alright friends, so I've got the device here with me. Now I will connect this with my car. I've also connected a USB flash drive so that we can play some video content while testing this device. Now what I would also do is actually time the startup. I just want to see, I've got my stopwatch ready here. I would like to check how long does this device take to start when we connect it to the cable or when we switch on the car. Alright, so let me first connect this with the cable. Alright, so I've connected, timer is on. Let's see how long does this take to start. Okay, so 25 seconds, between 25 to 26 seconds. That is very, very good in terms of the speed. I think the fastest I've tested is around the 20-second mark. So a 25 to 26 second is quite a decent speed. Definitely one of the faster devices that I've tested.
Alright guys, so this is the main homepage of this Picasou 2 Pro CarPlay media adapter. Looks quite nice. I'm always impressed with the ottocast devices. You know, I've tested so many of them. They are so nice in terms of the user interface, and they work so well when it comes to the speed and the stability of the device. So this is the standard landing page. You've got the connectivity on top here. These are the two applications that were last used, or the ones that are open. You've got voice assistant here, you've got the back button here. This is where you have the split screen option. I'll tell you about this later on. You've got the navigation here. Then you've got some contacts. These are the favorite contacts that you can set up. Then you've got weather, time and date, media playing, and some other favorite apps that you've set here. Now these are customizable. You can change that. I've put CarPlay here, YouTube, settings, music. You can change this to live TV, Netflix, and so on. So this is the main home page. Now if you swipe to the left, then you start seeing all the other pre-installed apps on this device. Now there are quite a few pre-installed ones, as you can see, but you can always go to Google Play Store or the APK manager and install more apps if you want. Like we will install the live TV app today. I will also install maybe a few other apps for the test today. So as I said earlier, this device can connect to internet in two ways. Either you can insert a data SIM card onto the device, or you can connect it with the mobile hotspot of your mobile. So what we will do for this video today, we will go to the internet and then connect it with my mobile's hotspot here. So as you can see, it's connected with my iPhone hotspot. Alright, so now let's start testing some of the frequently used applications and functionality just to see how this device performs. The first thing I would actually like to test is YouTube. Alright, so this is the standard 4K video that I play on all my tests, just to have a comparison. Now as you can see, it's playing nicely. The audio is fine. Just want to see the quality that we can get in terms of the resolution. Now 2160p, so that's 4K. So this device can actually output a 4K video in 4K resolution, as you can see. But to be honest, on such a small screen, you don't really need to have a 4K resolution output. It just overloads the device, because if you're playing a 2K or a 4K video on a small screen, it will not be a big difference, to be honest. So as you can see, 4K is playing fine, very smooth, no interruption, lagging of any sort. As you can see, it's quite clear. The sound is fine. In fact, I can use the steering wheel control to control the volume and skipping of scenes and so on. So that's quite nice. Now for all those people who don't have a touch screen, you can actually order a remote Air mouse or a Air mouse / keyboard that connects to the device through Bluetooth, and you can actually use that remote to control this device. You don't really need to have a touch screen. So that's a really good thing about this. Alright, now let's test the Netflix app.
The underlying change.
Alright, and as I always say, if you want to test the speed of any device, try to skip scenes when you're playing any video content. So in this particular case, when you skip scenes, it's instant. See, it's instant. So that's really good test on any of these devices, whether it's a CarPlay device or a tablet or any other tech device. See, it moves so fast. Now let's go back and test the live TV app, which is one of my favorite, which is here. I've got some favorites set. Let's start testing them. Okay, so as you can see, very nice and clear. Let's change channels. Alright, so the channel changing doesn't take a lot of time. Now it also depends on your package, it also depends on your internet speed. Alright, so the live TV app is also working fine. Now as you can see, there are so many of the different video streaming apps available on this device. You can install more, quite a few of them I don't know about. You've got Sky Go, Disney Plus, Prime Videos. I don't have login details for these, so I can't really test them, but you can certainly install it on this device, and then you can watch and enjoy it if you have the login details for them. But you can see some other applications as well. Let's check out the navigation app. Alright, so the app loads quite fast. Let's pick up a destination and let's go for it. Okay.
Let's take Albada, Saint Trade Center 1.
So you can use the navigation voice as well. You can adjust the volume. Navigation is quite okay, quite responsive. The screen is overall quite nice. I really like the Waze navigation app instead of the Google Maps. It's quite nice in terms of the look and feel. Gives you live updates as well. So navigation works quite fine. Now this device comes in with built-in GPS, so you don't really need to worry about the navigation here. Now you have to connect to internet to use navigation apps like Waze and Google Map, but you can actually go and download offline maps from, let's say, the maps.me. Just download offline maps, and then you don't even need internet to run navigation on this device. Alright, so there is another very nice feature on this device which is called the split screen. This is definitely one of my favorite feature in this device, which is actually having two different apps running side by side at the same time. So you can actually have navigation running on one side and a video content running on the other side. So let's test that out. So click on YouTube, then long press this button on the bottom left, and then select another app to run on the left side. Let's pick up navigation. So you have navigation here, YouTube running on this side. You can play videos, and you can also have live navigation running at the same time. So such a nice and handy feature to have on these devices. All right, and then you can also get this in full screen. So you can see you can operate both these two apps running side by side. You have file browser. We've already connected a USB, so let's see if we can play some videos through that. Alright, so this is a 4K video. Now, as I said earlier, you can't really make out difference between 4K and 2K on such a small screen. Both of them look very, very clear and crisp. So this is a 4K video. I can use the steering wheel control to reduce the volume. And you can see the quality, the clarity, and the colors are so nice on this one. Alright, so we've tested everything. Now the last thing I would like to test is actually connect the all-important wireless Apple CarPlay and the wireless Android Auto. In fact, I will only do it for the wireless CarPlay because I don't have my Android mobile today with me, but the steps are exactly the same. You just need to connect the device through the Bluetooth, and then it takes you directly to the home page of either the wireless Apple CarPlay or the wireless Android Auto. So once we click on that multiplay button, takes us to this page, and next step is actually go to the iPhone or the Android phone, open Bluetooth, and search for this device as Picasou. We see this here at the bottom. Click on that, and we'll get a few more messages here, and then we click on those, and then it automatically connects and takes us to the home page of the system here. There you go. So very fast, and this is again a one-time setup. You just need to connect your mobile's Bluetooth with the device once, and then every time you switch on the car, it takes you directly to the home page of Apple CarPlay.
So it's that easy. And you have all the standard applications that are compatible with Apple CarPlay appearing on the screen, and these are the ones that are installed on your mobile as well. Now I will not explain all the functions and features of Apple CarPlay. You can go and watch my other videos, but as I said earlier, the steps for connecting to wireless Android Auto are exactly the same. Now I've been asked a few times to see how long does the device actually take to automatically connect to wireless CarPlay when we switch on the car, right? So let's do that test quickly. We've got Apple CarPlay connected here. Let me again go back to my stopwatch, have it ready. I will unplug the device and then plug it back in, and then start the timer to see how long does this take to actually take us to the home page of Apple CarPlay. It took about 25-26 seconds to take us to the home page of the Android system, and then probably it will take another 5, 7, 10 seconds to take us to the Apple CarPlay home page. See, it's automatically connecting. All right, so 35 seconds. So it basically takes about 10 seconds more to connect with the wireless CarPlay. So as you saw, automatically takes you directly to wireless CarPlay if you're connected. You need to just make sure that the Bluetooth on your iPhone is switched on, so it picks up the connection and then takes you to the home page of Apple CarPlay.
So that's it, friends. This was a very quick review of this Picasou 2 Pro CarPlay media adapter. We've tested so many of the different apps, and the functionality and everything is worked perfectly well. Now, as I said earlier, I'm a big fan of this Ottocast brand. I've tested many devices from them, and all those devices worked amazingly well, to be honest. So in terms of the specifications, I would have preferred a slightly better specification when it comes to, for example, the Android operating system. This one is Android 10. I would have preferred Android 12 or 13, 4 GB of RAM. Though the device is extremely fast, you can have 8 GB of RAM because there's so many 8 GB devices in the market, and then 64 GB of internal storage. For me, that's no big deal. You can have 128 as well, but 64 is big enough in terms of the storage space in such devices. But all in all, very impressive device. Really like the HDMI in and HDMI out option on this one. So guys, if you are interested, just go to the link in the description of this video. That takes you directly to the official store where you can buy this Picasou 2 Pro CarPlay media adapter from Ottocast. Thanks for watching, guys.